Hello my friends, welcome back to the Scrapbook Pal YouTube channel. I am Melanie with Melanie Smith Stamps, and today we are playing with the Petal Poise suite of products from Pinkfresh Studios. This comes with a stamp, a stencil, and a die set, and it shows here on the back just a little design what you can create with it. Now we're going to start off today stamping and embossing our stamp design. I'm going to stamp the florals with VersaMark, and then we are going to heat emboss with gold metallic embossing powder. So I'm going to just press this here, and I press it a couple times, and then we will cover it with the powder, the gold heat embossing powder, and we will heat emboss. I wanted to give our stenciling a little fancy touch by adding the gold heat embossing. So I thought this would give it a pretty touch, just to jazz it up a little bit and make it a little bit fancier. So I'm just adding a little extra here just to make sure all our details are covered. And then we will heat emboss this panel. Now I'm going to die cut everything here with the coordinating die, so that's why I've gone ahead and just stamped everything together. This is my little trick for embossing powder. When I only have a small container of embossing powder, I tend to use that little coffee filter trick. Makes it easy for getting all the powder back in your container. So I'm just heating all of that up and melting all of the powder. And I had used a anti-static tool at the beginning to make sure none of that extra powder would stick on there. So there's our shiny stamping. Now we're going to go ahead and stencil all of these items. We're going to be using Pinkfresh Studio inks today, along with all to new mini blending brushes. I'm going to start here with the Sheer Freesia lightest purple ink, and I'm just going to touch each of these areas, and the first three stencils do the flowers. So we have the first flower there in the first color. Now we will go to Wisteria. So we're going to step up the color from light to dark on our flowers. Here's Wisteria. And I just love the softness of these colors. These purples are just beautiful. Now all of these items will be linked down below in the description below the video. So if there's anything you see here today that you're interested in, we carry all of these items over in the Scrapbook Pal online store. So that is layer 2. Now we will go to Hydrangea, which is a darker purple, and it'll give us our detail on our flowers. Now these are tiny little buds, and when we die cut them, they die cut out individually, so you can decide to put them wherever you want to on your panel or your card base. So we get to design with these and decide where they're going, which I thought would be a lot of fun. So now we'll switch over to the greens, and for the greens I'm going to start with Sage. It's a really soft, muted green. So I'm going to line that up right there. And I'm using a sticky mat. It's an ultra sticky mat from Altenew to stick down my paper and my stencil so nothing moves when I'm stenciling. And I don't have to use tape, which I always love because it's one less step. So I'm leaving a little bit of white highlights on the tips of my leaves here, just to add a little shine of light on the tips there. And then we're going to use eucalyptus for our darker tone of on our leaves. So we're just going to touch this just a little bit towards the edges and the centers of the leaves. And this will give our detail on each of the leaves, kind of like the stem area, the vining. So now we will peel and reveal and get to see these finished flowers. So pretty. Purple and green are one of my favorite color combinations. And that little hint of gold is so pretty around them. So now we're going to use the dies, like I said, and we're going to die cut those out, and we're also going to die cut out the sentiment. I'll do that off screen. And the next thing we're going to do is use our glimmer machine from Spellbinders, and we're going to use the Interlaced Diamond Press Plate. Now this is a press and foil plate, so it can be used on your Better Press machine as well as your glimmer. And I'm going to glimmer it in gold foil on a white background. This has already had time to heat up, and I've ran it through my Platinum 6, and now I've got a pretty foiled background. I'm going to go ahead and die cut this out. Now, of course, I've sped that up so you don't have to sit and wait. But I've also die cut out 2 extra blanks with the die so that we can make this raised on our card. I want this to have dimension. So we're using this and we're adding behind this one foiled piece, we're adding 2 more layers of cardstock. And I used 110-pound cardstock from my stash to really beef this die up and give it texture. So I'm going to show you here that I'm adding all those dots on this first one. I'm using my Sweet Petunia glue press. And I apologize for those blurry moments there. But I'm going to line all these up really carefully, and then I'll do the same with the other one as well. They line up really easily. So I'll go ahead and do that other one, and there is my final piece. And it makes it almost like a piece of chipboard. So we're going to glue that on top of this piece of white cardstock, which is our card base. And on this layer, I'm going to give it a little extra glue because this is a heavier piece of paper now. This is more like a piece of chipboard. It's got more dimension, it's got more weight. So I'm using extra glue on this instead of just little dots. So once I've done adding that extra glue, I will lay it down. In this piece, here again, it's called the Interlaced Diamond. It's a die set and a press plate, and it fits exactly your A2 background. So it makes for a gorgeous card front. And we're going to use that as our background for our flowers and sentiment that we've already pre-made. So for this here, we're going to put this sentiment right around this middle area. And then I figured we would use these flowers to line the ground and up the side just a little bit. I'm seeing this as a piece of trellis almost. That's what I'm envisioning here, is this background is like a trellis in the garden. I really love the font on this sentiment set that comes with this set. It's very dainty and just so pretty. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue a couple of these pieces that are going to be in the background down straight onto the trellis. And I added a little extra glue there to make sure the glue was where the raised areas were. Now this piece here I'm going to pop up because it's going to be on top. And I'm using a 1/4 inch foam tape from Altenew here. And I will cut these pieces down and put them on the back of this piece I'm going to pop up. The 2 pieces in the background I'm going to glue directly to the card base, and then I'm going to have 2 pieces popped up with foam tape, and that's going to give us some extra movement and texture here along the bottom of the card. So I'm adding the foam tape to the 2 pieces that are going to be towards the top. And then we will add glue to that other piece that's going to be down there underneath. Just deciding which direction it should go. Going to really coat it with glue and then put it down so it touches the card base there. And then these 2 top pieces are going to overlap on top of those 2 that are below. I didn't want it balanced. I didn't want it, I wanted it to look like it was meandering. So I was really playing with the placement and having it, curl around and have the buds go here and there. I was really having fun with it. Now that piece right there needed a little extra foam tape under it to make it level. So I added that little extra piece that was left over right under that bud, and it was a perfect placement for it. Just pulling those foam tapes off the back there. And we'll add this piece, just rotating it around a little bit so it doesn't look flat. I really wanted it to layer nicely. And then we'll add the sentiment. Now with the sentiment, I decided it looked a little flat itself, so I made 2 extra blanks using the die, and we're just going to stack that up just like we did the background pieces. And this is going to give it even more stability and even more depth, and it makes it coordinate with the rest of the card. And it's really neat because that background piece is hot foiled and the sentiment is gold embossed, and everything looks so nice together. So we're going to glue this piece down here, this little flower motif right underneath the edge of our sentiment. Perfect. It looks really pretty there. And we'll lay this down and straighten it right there across the center, making sure it's pressed down nicely. Then I thought we would get some Pinkfresh Studio pearls out. These are just some I had from my stash, and I thought they would be nice to just add sporadically in the background. You could use any of their embellishments here, anything that matches your project. I always suggest you pick something from your stash to add to your projects. I just added a few more dots here and there of glue, and we can just pop these on and make this even more delicate by adding those gems. Had a couple here stick together on me, but they came apart really easily. And I alternated the tiniest and the next one, so we have a couple sizes there intertwining between the flowers. I really love the way that turned out. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this card with you today. Like I said, everything else is listed down below that I've used in today's project, and I hope you'll check out everybody else's designs as well here in the YouTube channel. All of my friends are very, very talented. So we will see you in the next video. Bye-bye, my friends.